because of the kind of business that he did.
Pablo Escobar, the first billionaire criminal in history, the man who turned cocaine cultivation into a major multinational industry, was dead, barefoot and alone on a suburban rooftop at age 43. Although the police and army rejoiced, hundreds of Medellin's poor, Escobar's minions, gathered outside, reeling with disbelief and shock. Escobar's grieving mother arrived at the death scene to identify the body, and the police braced for possible reprisals as the day of the funeral drew near.
When the powers to be in the country were celebrating his death, the poor people were crying because he was assassinated. So you have at least 20,000 people who went to the cemetery, and half of that people were crying. They were no actors. Nobody was paying them to do this. No, 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 no. Really, they felt that somebody very important in their lives had died.
Emotions ran high that day at the cemetery in Medellin. Thousands of police were on high alert to avert a possible riot, and they looked on in disbelief as people threw themselves crying, screaming, and chanting at Escobar's coffin.
I mean, if you want comparisons for who Pablo Escobar was, you really have to think of people like John D. Rockefeller and Henry Ford and move that type of paradigm into the world of crime. Because there is no criminal that compares to this guy. He blew up an aircraft with 107 people on board. He blew up a police station with 59 people being killed. He blew up a newspaper. He killed, his people killed, he had killed more than 1,000 police officers, judges, prosecutors, and journalists. And there is no parallel for who this person was.
Pablo Escobar's violent legacy may have indeed been the work of an amoral monster driven by greed and power, but those who loved him stood by him, no matter what.
Yo quiero que recuerden lo bueno que hizo, porque él no hizo lo malo que dicen.
I want people to remember the good things he did, because he didn't do anything wrong. He helped the poor. He built stadiums and a town and a church. He built a homeless shelter for the poor dying in the street. No one talks about the good things, only the bad. Pray for the peace of his soul.
You know, people say to me, how does it feel to be the wife of Pablo Escobar? The wife of a legend. I did not see him as a legend or a myth. I saw him only as a man.
But the thing that really made him a legend, not only the amount of cocaine that he sent out, that he distributed, but his viciousness, his use of terror and violence to control a country, to intimidate a country, to basically do whatever he wanted to do in Colombia.
Pablo Escobar lived the country in chaos. Pablo Escobar lived the country with this incredible weight of violence. Pablo Escobar did a lot of terrible things for Colombia. In some way, he helped, yes, a lot of people, but on the other hand, Colombia is not the same Colombia after him.
Coming up next on the Discovery Times channel, it was a wake-up call to America. Look back at the tragic events of Oklahoma City and meet the key players in this shocking drama. Oklahoma City bombing, terror strikes home. Next.